Jenny Ong. I'm a blogger based in Los Angeles, and I focus on sustainable living. So anything from fashion to skincare to beauty, gardening, food, just lifestyle in general. Focusing on the slower approach is what I do. I'm not sure if I'm interpreting this question right, but the vision that I have for the work that I do and what type of content I want to put out is pretty much asking myself first, what purpose does this serve? Can this piece of content help improve lives? Can it make you feel better? Does it stir you in a way where you're asking questions for the better? And if not that, then I just want to put feel-good content out and being, emanating a certain vibe that makes you want to slow down. It's pretty much it. To lead my lifestyle, there's this question that I always ask myself, and it's one that I always refer back to, and it's basically how can you do this with less? How can you do more with less? And the idea is that, I want more life without having to rely on more resources. So, leading a more sustainable, homesteady type of life, and figuring out solutions without having to utilize more energy. And that's a question that's been really helpful for me personally. This might sound cliche, but I feel like most myself when I'm, out in the garden, mostly in the mornings, and I've become a morning person. I used to be a night owl, and now I wake up pretty early just to be alone outside in the yard, and I feel like that's when the birds are really, really active. So, and then the roosters, I have a couple neighbors who have roosters, and they're the ones, crowing at that time. I don't know if you hear it right now, but yeah, so they're crowing and the birds are all chirping, and it's such a beautiful time of day that I feel the most settled with myself. I feel like I'm breathing, and it really sets the mood for the rest of the day. Currently, I am trying to jump into a couple projects that I can't really share yet, but personally, I'm just trying to keep things sane. I just got a puppy a couple weeks ago, and she's a lot to handle. So yeah, I'm just mostly at home, working from home, fortunately. I'm with my fiance, my 2 dogs, my 7 chickens outside, and I have 5 chicks right now, but they are the ones keeping me sane and busy nowadays. I felt proud to use my voice most recently, I guess, in March, when the shooting happened in Atlanta. And I think many Asian Americans, at least the peers and the people I have interacted with, can relate to. Growing up as an Asian person in America, you are accustomed to kind of just sticking your head down and not voicing any anger or concern, no matter how grave it can be or feel. And coming out and like releasing that and airing it out was so necessary. And it just felt like you were purging, or at least it felt like for me, like I was purging years and years and years of emotions that I kept at: anger, sadness, concerns over, my parents and appearances, like things that people shouldn't have to worry about. And without getting too much into it, I think that speaking up in that way, when you can sort of, turn your thoughts and inspire some action politically, I think that it's a worthy fight. Using my voice means a lot to me. I feel like it's all you have, really. It's the way that you can communicate the things that really stir you, the things that move you. And it's the one, instrument that you have to incite change, positivity, and it's the way that we connect to each other. You know what? To be honest, I didn't actually have anything planned, but now that I think about it, I think I'm going to go look up some community gardens that I can now volunteer at. This was actually a goal that I wanted to do last year in 2020, and March came around and COVID happened, so we couldn't do anything. But I have become really, really passionate about growing food, and I think the community aspect combined with that would be really fulfilling, and just meeting like-minded people who also care about that would be cool. How I'm making sure other voices are heard is, I guess, first and foremost, sort of embodying the things that those voices are saying, the information that they are offering, being an ally and being proactive, I think are two words that really come to mind when I think about, honoring other voices. And in terms of my work and what I do and putting content out there, each month I kind of highlight a nonprofit organization to support and to sort of make known to my followers. And usually how that process goes is, the month prior, I will sort of think about like the issues that we are faced with, and whether that is, gun violence, or there's a spike in anti-Asian hate, or, if someone has died to police violence, whether it is like land ownership and rights, environmentalism, whatever it may be. I think that that's how I am also honoring voices and making sure they're heard, is kind of keeping up to date with what we're facing and finding an organization that aims to fix those said problems. Yeah.